Hey guys, Michael here from Fat to Fit and welcome to another video. If you're watching this, I'm probably in America right now, so hopefully you are enjoying the videos and content I've been putting out while I'm away. And sorry I haven't been able to get back to your comments or questions, but I will get back to everyone once I get back. Anyway, getting straight into the topic of today's video. This is something that was actually, the topic was inspired by something I saw on Facebook, a post by a bodybuilder. And basically, the title of this video is going to be something like putting on muscle overnight or in the short term or something like that. Because what I want to talk about is people's perception of putting on muscle, what people think when they see someone who has a lot of muscle, that kind of thing, and kind of my thoughts on that. So getting into that, even first things first, putting on muscle takes a long amount of time. You can put on fat easily like that, but muscle takes so much longer to put on. It's a lot more complicated to put on. It just takes time. And that's something a lot of new lifters don't accept at first, that it does take time to put on muscle. I think the studies out there have shown you can't put on more than 10 pounds of muscle a year or something like that. I know it's highly debatable, but that's just a rough figure for you guys. But some people are claiming they're putting on 20 to 30 pounds of muscle a year as a beginner, which is not that believable. But anyway, that's a whole other topic. So muscle takes time to put on. But what I wanted to focus on more is the things people think or say when they see somebody who has a lot of muscle. I even catch myself doing it sometimes, and I have to kind of scold myself a bit because I know it's not true. But the automatic thought most people have when they see somebody with a lot of muscle is they're on something. So steroids, pills, that kind of thing. When you see somebody who has a lot of muscle, it doesn't matter how long they've been lifting, doesn't matter how much time they spend on the gym. A lot of people, I'm not saying everybody, but a lot of people I've come across, their mind jumps straight to they're on steroids. And I even catch myself doing it sometimes at the gym. I know better, but it's just first thought that pops into my head. There's a saying that goes, the first thing that pops into your head is what you've been taught to think, whilst the second thing that pops into your head is what you actually think and what you believe. So don't always believe the first thing you think, because it might not be right. But that's getting off topic. So steroids, people are on steroids, but I find that eventually my thinking kind of changes, because instead of saying, oh, automatically they're on steroids, I jump to, I wonder how long they've been lifting. And that's kind of how my thought process has been changing. But I know, especially for a lot of beginners out there, for a lot of non-lifters, it's definitely a big issue among non-lifters, because they don't know what it takes in the gym to put on all that muscle. They just think automatically, oh, I can take some kind of pill or supplement and I'll be able to put that much muscle on overnight like that. I'll put that heaps of muscle on in a week or two, which is a very common myth. It takes lots of time to put muscle on, and just that thinking around bodybuilders and them having to be on something to put muscle on is very negative thinking, and it's something that has to change, and I think it is starting to change over time. But I'd still say the vast majority of people do think that a lot of bodybuilders are on steroids or some type of enhancing supplement that aids them in muscle growth, when in fact a lot of them have just been working out in the gym for 5, 6, up to 10 years or more, and they have put in the time and the effort it requires to build that muscle. I'm not talking about people who compete in the Olympia or anything like that, professional bodybuilders. I'm talking about people you see every day in the gym, people who put in the hard work, and people who really take the time out of their lives to work on their body and to sculpt themselves, because that's ultimately what you're doing in the end. You're building a better you, and that's what a lot of these people are doing. But unfortunately, a lot of the negative connotations associated with it is with drug use and that kind of thing, which I think is quite sad, because it's kind of putting down people for all of their hard work. And I know some people take it kind of lightheartedly, and they take it as a bit of a compliment, because if their results are so good that it looks like they're on steroids, then they must be doing something right. And so in the end, after all this discussion, I believe you should only focus on yourself and what you believe, not worry what other people think. I know everybody says that, do not worry about what other people think, but I actually mean it. Don't worry about what other people think. I know it's hard. I'm one of those people who do care about what others think. I compare myself to others, I do all of that, but ever since I've kind of lost a lot of my weight and become more secure in who I am, I don't do it as much, and I'm still learning over time not to do it. But we all compare ourselves to others. It's part of being human. The obese guy probably looks at me and says, oh, I want to lose as much weight as he has, where I'll be looking at someone with a lot of muscle at the gym and I'll be like, I want to put on as much muscle as he has. So we're constantly doing that comparing, but that's just part of life. But in the end, people do put the work in, and sometimes you have to just believe that they've done that work and not jump straight away to drugs, or putting muscle can be put on overnight or something like that, because that's really downgrading what they've done. Anyway, I'm gonna stop blabbering. I hope you have enjoyed this video, a bit of a different topic to talk about. If you did enjoy it, please give the video a thumbs up. Comment down below if you have any questions and I'll answer them when I get back. And I will catch you guys in the next video. See you later, guys.